Good morning, students. Myself Deepak Sharma, PGT Physics, St. Andrews Scots, Senior Secondary School, IP Extension, Patparganj, Delhi 92. Today we are going to study electrostatics. For this, we have to learn concept of electric field. Electric field is a space produced by some charge in which any other charge experiences a force of attraction or repulsion. If test charge experiences no force, then we say there is no electric field. Electric field. Initially, the concept of electric field is given by Faraday. There is a term related to the electric field, that is electric field intensity. It is denoted by E. It is a vector quantity. It is defined as the force experienced by unit positive charge placed at that point. It is a vector quantity, is given by E is equal to F upon Q naught. Its SI unit is Newton per coulomb. The direction of E is same as the direction of F. For a positive source charge, electric field will be directed radially outwards from the charge. Suppose this is positive charge, which produces the field. A test charge Q naught is placed here. The direction of the force is this, and the direction of the electric field intensity is also same, that is in this direction. If the charge is negative, which produces the field, and a test charge plus Q naught is placed here, the direction of the force is this, and the direction of electric field intensity is this. Both are same. Our next topic is electric field intensity due to a point charge. Suppose we have to calculate the electric field intensity at any point P due to a point charge Q at O. Where OP is equal to X. Imagine a small positive test charge Q naught at P. According to Coulomb's law, force on charge Q naught at P is given by F is equal to one upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught upon X square. We have to write this formula in the vector form, so we introduce a unit term, unit vector R, because the left side is vector quantity, so right side must be the vector quantity. This is the equation number 1. According to the definition of the electric field, the value of E is equal to F upon Q naught. From equation 1, we write the value of f 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q naught upon x square r cap and divided by q naught. Q naught will cancel out. The value of E 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon x square r cap. So this is the formula for the electric field intensity due to a point charge at a point P, distance x from O. Next topic is electric field intensity due to a group of charges. The electric field intensity at any point due to a group of point charges is equal to the vector sum of the electric field intensity due to individual charges at the same point. We are introducing a term vector sum. There are two types of sums. One is algebraic sum and other is vector sum. In vector sum, we consider the direction. What we do? We consider the direction. And in the algebraic sum, simple addition is there. So first we calculate the electric field intensity at a given point P due to individual charges. This is the point P. Many charges are placed. One is here, other is here, next is here, next is here, and next is here. Many charges are placed. We have to find the electric field intensity due to all the charges. Suppose this is Q1, this is Q2, this one is Q3, this is Q4, and this one is Q5. Many charges, 6, 7, 8, 9 or whatever it is, many charges we can place, and we have to find the value of the field at the point P due to all the charges. Since it is a vector quantity, so the value of the electric field E is equal to E1 plus E2 plus E3 plus E4 and plus E5 and so on. Now, we have to find the direction of the electric field intensity at the point P due to the charge Q1. So, we join that charge to the point P and it is in the outward direction. So, the direction is this. E1 is along this. E2 is along this. E3 is along this. Similarly, E4, E5, E6 and so on. So we can find the value of the field at this point by finding the resultant vector. Now the next topic is electric field lines. What is the meaning of the electric field lines? Electric field lines, these are the path, straight or curved, in electric field such that tangent to it at any point gives the direction of the electric field intensity at that point. What is the meaning of the tangent? A line touching the curve at only one point is called the tangent. If this is the curve and we are going to find the tangent at this point, so we draw a line touching this curve at only single point. This is called the tangent to this curve. So this is the path, straight or curve, tangent to it at any given point gives the direction of the electric field. If we are going to find the direction of the field at the point P, so what we do? We draw a tangent at the point P. At the point Q, we are going to find the direction of the field. We draw a tangent at this point. It is the direction of the field. So by drawing the tangent at any point, we can find the direction of the electric field at that point. Figure shows lines of force due to single positive charge. This is the positive charge, and the field lines are like this, radially outwards due to positive charge. If the charge is negative, they are inward. So if the charge is positive, the field lines are directed outward. If the charge is negative, they are inwards. If positive and negative charges are there, this is positive and this one is negative, then the field lines positive to negative always like this. Like this, they are like this. This is the situation when the two charges are placed, one is positive and other is negative. Sorry, negative inwards. The figure shows the field lines due to a pair of equal and opposite charges Next topic is properties of electric field lines. Properties of electric field lines. Number one, electric field lines are continuous curves. They always starts from a positive charge body and end at a negative charge body. This is the first one. No electric field lines of force exist inside the charge body. Remember it. No electric lines of force exist inside the charge body. Number two, tangent to the electric field line at any point gives the direction of the electric field intensity at that point. According to the definition, this point is covered up. Number three, no two electric field lines of force can intersect each other because at the point of intersection, two tangents can be drawn which will give the two directions of the field, which is impossible. Suppose these are the two field lines. One is this, other is this. So at the point of intersection P, one tangent is this and other tangent is this. And what we learn in the definition, of the electric field lines, the direction of the tangent will give the direction of the field at that point. According to this curve, both the curves are intersecting at the point P. One tangent is along this line and other tangent is along this line. So there are two tangents. It means what? At the point P, the direction of the field at this point, there are two. One is this and other is this. And at a point, only one direction is possible. Therefore, it is impossible that at the point P, there are two tangents which we are drawing. Next, the electric field lines contract longitudinally on account of attraction between unlike charges. The last one is electric field lines pass through dielectrics. So, in the board examination, only maximum two properties they will ask, and this problem is of 1 mark. Normally, the question comes at a point P, two curves are intersecting, two electric field lines are intersecting. Is it possible or not? And you have to give the reason why they are not intersecting. So these are the electric field lines. Understand? Now our next topic is electric dipole. Electric dipole. It consists of a pair of equal and opposite point charges separated by some small distance. Pair of equal and opposite charges. One charge is plus Q and other charge is minus Q. They are placed at a small distance. This is the midpoint of both the charges. They are placed at a distance 2a. What is the distance between both the charges? 2a. One is placed at the point A and other is placed at the point B. So AB is the dipole. What is the meaning of the dipole? It consists of a pair of equal and opposite point charges separated by some small distance. The length 2a, the distance 2a is called the length of the dipole. It is called the length of the dipole. The total charge on electric dipole is Q plus minus Q, that is equal to 0. So the value of the total charge on the electric dipole is 0. Now, other term related to this is electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment. It is the measure of the strength of the electric field. Electric dipole. It is a vector quantity whose magnitude is equal to the product of either charge and the separation between both the charges, denoted by P. It is a vector quantity. This is equal to Q into 2a. Because the left side is a vector quantity, so right side must be a vector quantity. Its SI unit is coulomb meter. because the unit of charge q is coulomb and the distance to a is meter. So we write SI unit is coulomb meter. Its direction is from negative charge to positive charge. Remember it always. Now, next topic is field intensity on axial line of electric dipole. Consider an electric dipole consisting of 2-point charges minus q and plus q separated by a small distance 2a. We have to calculate the electric field intensity E at a point P on the axial line of this dipole. This is the midpoint O. The direction of the P from O is R. That is OP is equal to R. We have to find the electric field intensity at the point P due to the dipole AB, which consisting two charges plus Q and minus Q. So the electric field intensity at P due to charge plus Q at B. This is given by E1 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon PB square. E1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R minus A whole square. We write this value like this because we are not going to write the vector form. So this is the equation number 1. This is number 2. It is the value of the field at the point P due to charge plus Q at the point P. Similarly, electric field intensity at P due to charge minus Q at a E2. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon AP square. Equation number 3. E2 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R plus A whole square. Number 4. The direction of E1 is along BP and the direction of E2 is along PA. So this is E1 and this one is E2. Both the directions are different. One is along right side and other is along left side. So the net field E, this is the difference of both E1 minus E2. So we write both the values of E1 and E2 from equation number 2 and 4. So E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r minus a whole square minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r plus a whole square. We take common q upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Remainder is r minus a whole square minus r plus a whole square. Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Take the LCM. R square minus a square whole square, and we are left with r plus a whole square minus r minus a whole square. When we simplify it, we have 4 pi epsilon naught 2 into 2ar upon r square minus a square whole square. So we can write 2 into 2a into q into r upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square minus a square whole square. We know this value 2a into q as p. So we can write 2pr upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square minus a square whole square, as p is equal to 2a into q, electric dipole moment. So this formula will become, when the value of r is greater than a square can be neglected. The formula will become 2pr upon 4 pi epsilon naught r की power 4. So this is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2p upon r cube. Two pr upon 4 pi epsilon naught r to the power 4. So this is 2p upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. Yes, the denominator of this expression is not visible here, so you can see it. Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught to 2ar upon r square minus a square whole square. The direction of E is along BP produced, that is along the direction of P. Clearly, you can also check it. The value of E is directly proportional to 1 upon r cube. The electric field intensity due to the dipole at the point P is directly proportional to 1 upon cube of the distance at which we are going to find the electric field intensity.